Hey there, bud.
Hey, how's it going, man? What can I get you?
I just want to place an order.
Want to place an order?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Give me double cheeseburger.
Double cheese.
I actually hit it on my, okay. So the problem was, here's what had happened. So I got two mutes. I got a mute on the software and I got a mute on the board. And I had it on the board and it was all, anyway, I'm an idiot. Hi everybody, I'm Rev. I play Star Trek Fleet Command and have no idea what I'm doing with my life. So, how are y'all doing today? I hope it's a wunderbar day for all of you. Q, good to see you. Say mutes? Yes, they're like utes, but mutes. So, I'm glowing today? Well, it's because I'm pregnant. So, thank you for noticing and tip your waiters. It's okay, Rev, we're already we play Star Trek Fleet. Yeah, Wolfwood, I know I'm in company. I'm in really good company here. Not necessarily the most intelligent company, but I'm in really good company right now with all of y'all. So, welcome in. Today, I figured it was going to be a day that a lot of y'all had very strong opinions about the event store. What can I say? It's exactly what I warned everybody it would be. Meh. I actually waited to pull them today. And as you can see, I don't have, well, you can't see, but I don't have many currency for it. So I can't do many pulls. But, yep. Now, your level of pain of how you feel about this leaderboard is directly correlated to how much you invested into doing all the armadas. If you did like me, I only auto grinded. All I did was auto grind, and that's it. I didn't do anything else. I auto grinded all of my bounty hunter events. That's all I did. That means I did not complete the SMS number 3 and stuff. I didn't do any of that. And you see, I haven't even entered into any of these. So you see, like, I have the ability to do Q's trials. I mean, I could do Q's trials. That's not a big deal. Yeah, let's do a Q's trial one. There we go. That'll give me 200 more. What, I have like 3 of those laying around, something like that. As y'all can see, I didn't do Jack Diddley Kumquat. So I'm not upset. Some people who spend tens of thousands of solo armada directives, well, they're not really happy right now. And I can understand not being happy right now. I can. I would say, why did you do it? But anyway, we're not doing spin materials, that's for sure. I don't care if that is worth more. That's worth 3. How many of these do I have? I think I have 2. So I could do armadas. We'll do solo armadas. We could do that, because I didn't blow through all my solo armadas. And do I have another one? Do I only have the 3? Because here's another bronze one. Okay, so there's my 3 that are done. All right, and we'll go around collecting. But yeah, I did not do any of the required reading for the class today. So yeah, I'm not going to have 0. Now, the other side of that is you're going to have a lot more currency than me if you were one of the players who invested heavily time-wise into this. You're going to have more currency than Rev. I don't have much currency. I have like 1,400, and after I finish this, I'll still be less than, what, 2,000? So I don't have a lot of currency. That's my trade-off. But what I did have is I had more time with my kids, my family, and not Star Trek Fleet Command. So, yeah, and again, I did try to personally warn people, like, hey, don't expect this to, like, come out and be an incredible event store. I did try to give a semi-warning out. You know, I'm not saying this is even bad. Like, as far as a mini event store goes, I don't think it's even a bad little mini event store. It's just not super valuable. Like, there's not just a ton in there that makes you go, woohoo. So there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make it, trash or anything. I just don't think that for most players, they're going to feel like their time investment was worth it. I'm going to go after a lot of stuff that I need, like ore. I need tons of ore. So we're going to do a 3 chest pull right now. Let's see what I have. I didn't even get an officer shard. Literally didn't even get an officer shard. I got more uncommons, but like this, I get more uncommons than this doing my normal Bajoran pulls. So, I mean, I'm going to pull them. Let's see if we get anything. Do I get an officer this time? Nope, I got the Latinum option. No officer this time. And now I'm done with that one. Can't pull it again. Now you can do the Bounty Hunter's donation to the guild. I don't know why y'all would do that. But you could, for reasons. I'm running a little bit low on assignment speed ups. I could go that route, but that's not really paying much. I always need titanium and crystal. So let's go ahead and do that. So no officers again. I didn't even get Latinum that time. Let's see if this one gives me a little bit of Latinum. Or an officer shard. Wow. Still no officer shards. 4 full pulls. No officer shards. Fantastic. Now, I will add this. This is something, finally, a Harry Kim shard. This is something that's going to roll over. They are going to do more of these. So this isn't the last time you'll see it. If you remember, this is actually the second iteration of this event. We've seen it before. You will see it again in the future. So the good news is when they redo the same event, we have currency rollover. So just like with the Borg event, you should have currency rollover to the next time. So now you know. Now you know. If you didn't know, hopefully everybody now has the edification required to make an informed decision the next time this rolls around. But we try to pass around as much of the information as we could through videos, live streams, the Discord. But again, it's impossible to reach everybody. And with this not having any in-game type of notification, apparently the in-game news is still broken. We've had to rely on content creators. Thank you, Paulo. I got this hat from, I actually don't remember if it said who it was from, but I got it for Christmas from one of the viewers. It was on my Christmas wish list and somebody got it for me. I don't honestly think it listed who sent it, though. But thank you. In this event, in scope of stupidity? No, Dave, we're not. I don't want to end scope of stupidity because that means the game ends, and I don't want that. So I did have a great conversation with a Scopely employee this morning who was very frustrated with, some of the problems that they've had the past few months. So, hey, maybe their frustration leads to fixes. Who knows? So you're not alone in that. It's not like it's everybody at Scopely is against us. There's definitely people who agree with the player base and want things fixed. So hopefully they can continue to push for change, and we'll see if that change ends up coming. But you just got enough ore to push Ops 34 now, but should I spend it, or when should I spend it? Well, kind of up to you. Great question. It's not a bad question. I would say that generally when it comes to spending, most people will wait towards an event if they're at like a level where you are and let an event kind of determine when they do their spending. It really is up to you, though. I would say that at 34, a lot of stuff opens up for you. 35, even more opens up for you. It just comes down to what you find is valuable or is decent for you. I would probably make the push. I would probably make the push. So you only pull each chest twice a day, so plan accordingly. Jason is correct. Now, for those that don't know or who haven't seen my YouTube videos, the Herogen events, the last event is on the 5th. So today is the 3rd. So you still have several days left of the events. Several days left of the events. So keep that in mind as you're doing your planning, your spending, etc. That you do have more Herogen happening. And then, of course, on the 5th of this month, which is Friday, we have incursions. So if you haven't prepped and you aren't prepared, prepare thyself. Prepare thyself. All these things are happening this week, and then next week we'll have our new arc. So y'all get to enjoy a new arc. I assume y'all will enjoy it. That could be a horrible assumption on my part. We'll assume so. Say what? You believe we grind our mods for slow rewards? 0. Here's the thing. I didn't. I told y'all, don't expect. Look, if you think that you're going to, let me put it this way, because I don't want to feel like I'm shaming people. These games, and when I say these games, it's not just Star Trek Fleet Command. MMOs have certain events that are designed to withdraw things from a game's economy. That is normal. That is not like a absurd thing or a rare thing. That is a normal thing. So it's not like we're getting the wool pulled over our eyes. It's very normal for this to happen. There are events that are purposely designed to pull things out of the game economy. This is one of those events. What did they pull out? They just made you spend a butt ton of your directives, obviously a lot of your time. Many of you were probably hitting the 2000 hostile wall. So it gave eyes in the screen and it pulled more resources out than it gave. Some events are designed to do that. Heroic milestones are another great example. It's designed to pull more out of the economy than it gives. And then there are events that are designed to give more than they pull. Ticket events give more than they cost, right? You know, that's just normal. That's not a rare thing for games that have events like this. But that's also why you'll find people like me who don't invest heavily into them, because the rewards simply aren't worth it. Now, they can be worth it on an individual basis. What I mean by that is, let's say you're in a top 3 alliance. Well, the rewards from all the armadas, if you were part of like a heavy armada, let's say there was 10 of y'all that were all going really heavy in this. Well, the rewards that y'all are all getting from those armadas are probably pretty nice, right? So that contributes to the amount that you're getting. But if you aren't able to participate in a ton of our formation armadas, solo armadas, whatever, then you're just getting your normal runs. So for me, what I did is I did the bare minimum to complete, which is I left my ships out to auto grind. And that meant just by auto grinding, I completed phase 1 and phase 2, but I wouldn't complete phase 3. Yeah, and people were spamming burial armadas, which is fine. Here's the problem with burial armadas. They don't really pay you out anything you actually need. So now burial armadas are a great way to score. They're probably, you could argue, they're the meta to score in these Heroian events. They're not going to give you much of what you like. So why is there a cooldown? Why can't we just spend all the Heroian loot? Raj, because Scopely. Do I think that makes any sense? No. But is that normal? Sadly, yes, it is. That actually is normal. It is normal to have an inability to dump all your loot. I mean, having timers is just a Scopely thing. Anybody that's played this game for a long time can all tell you they're used to that. If that is not a first. Anybody in chat want to pipe up? Raj is one of our newer players, for those unfamiliar. So anybody want to pipe up of how that's a normal thing for Scope? Just how they do things. They put timers on everything. And, you know, to a degree, it's limiting how much you can get from a specific thing. So let's say that you need more gas and ore. Well, it limits the amount of gas and ore that you can get. It just does. All right, Scopely on a scope. Let me do a double pull here. I need to do more mining, but that's going to give me a couple of commerce insignia pulls there. Also need to go do our commerce insignia grind in Borg space. Well, Borg Dairy Queen space. So we did that, all that, and we got to do enough to at least do a double pull here, which should be pretty easy. So we do need to swap out and get our Voyager out. This is my current loadout that I run for when we're going and doing Actian hostiles. So now I'm going to swap it for doing Voyager hostiles. Get our Voyager out here. We'll send it out, get maybe 20, 30,000. We'll see how much we have summoning currency. I remember how much currency I'm sitting at. So we'll do our summons first, and then we'll follow up and do the other stuff. Event store cooldown is amazing. Great way to start 2024. John, Morbid John, stop being so sarcastic. Why would you do that? Not everybody speaks sarcasm like I do. Texas Solar Armadas are easy, and with swimming in those directives. Texas Solar Armadas are easy, just annoying, because you do have to either kill the chaser or lock the chaser or warp out of the chaser. There's multiple ways you can handle chasers. It's just a little bit of annoying for me, but it is pretty easy. You think the donations are worth it for the SLB placement? Absolutely not. Nope. Never, ever, ever. That's just my opinion. No, I do not. Unless you just really want that frame. Keep in mind, I'm at 200 points. Top place is currently 10 times higher than I am. Technically like 12 times higher. It's got 3 more days to go. Unless you are a heavy spender and can afford to be at the top of leaderboards, I almost always ignore leaderboards. Hypo, this event will repeat again, yes. How much are you getting a hull with your Monavine? So Xavier, my tier 5 Monavine maxes out its hull, and I get like 390-ish thousand. 385,000, I think, with a Monavine. And that's with no cargo crew beneath it. I could get more if I pulled Strange New World Lawn off of my last dock, but I never do. So 385,000 does better than my Talios does. So. Bar D1 of the Bounty Hunter event. I've not entertained it. Been too busy with, I don't even know what that is, Admiral Pegasus. It sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. What's up, Lintari? How you doing? Is tier 8 on Voyager that it switches and pays 5-star mats? That is correct, Matthew. Tier 8 is where the Voyager will start giving you 5-star mats. Now, you can't get to a tier 8 Voyager until you're level 51, so you'd be in the 5-star economy anyway. But it is something to note because you will dry up your other mats if you're not paying the attentions. So just a FYI, keep your head on a swivel there. FYI, keep your head on a swivel. If you are not paying attention to your other mats, you will then really struggle to get what you need to upgrade your Pilum, Coronar, etc. So, an eye infection. Well, that sounds terrible. Why are you staring at the screen? That can't be good for your eye either. I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading this. My command center is hitting 39. It'll hit 36 soon. By the time it hits 36, I hope to have Strange New World, or I'm sorry, 39. By the time it's 40, I hope to have my Spock unlocked. I'm at 39 now. Yeah, I know I'm a few days behind several of y'all. Tier 6 Monavine gets 500k. Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting my Monavine upgraded for that reason alone. Because that's more Actian grinding. So my Monavine is taking over my Actian grind for my Talios and my Pilum. So my Talios was doing it before and was getting, 300-ish thousand or more. My Monavine does better. And it's not even max tier for my level. So I'm working on that to get it up, and that'll help tremendously. So, and go ahead and collect all these because I already did this today. I did it actually last night. Threw off my schedule. When do you start getting 4-star uncommon ship parts for Voyager? Brigadier, that'll be tier 4 is when you start getting uncommon ship parts for Voyager. So tier 4. So both the Monavine and the Voyager have some really good bonuses at early levels for players, just depending on what you're going for. So I do like both of them. We go and activate some of this. So do we have an analytical? We have Crass available. Do we have a tactical available? We have Mitchell. And let's go ahead and do another defense officer, Marcus. We'll see if we can get some Latinum out of that. Yeah, Monavine for acting and grinding is the bee's knees. Thank you, Graduated. We appreciate the input from 1954. Thank you. It is definitely the bee's knees. Absolutely. Pilum with max cargo should be getting 500,000 Actian. Nope. Shouldn't. Because my Pilum doesn't have near that amount of cargo space. Fuck. My Pilum has got 298,000. Now, granted, that's with no cargo crew on it. But the Monavine has no cargo crew on it either when it's getting 360,000 or 380,000, whatever it is. Here, since we need to auto grind our Monavine, I'll go ahead and see what it is right now. Because we need to swap it out anyway. So yeah, 385,000 is what I get with the Monavine. My Pilum can't come close to that at tier 8. Can't come close to that. So, now originally was my Pilum better than my Monavine? Yes, my Pilum was better than my Monavine originally. But it is not now. Now my Monavine is tier 5. It is got better cargo and does better overall in the grind. Not that my Pilum dies, my Pilum just doesn't have enough cargo space. So I run into a limitation with cargo size on my Pilum. All right, up here, see. Join that one. Technically, I could start several, but your tier 7 Pilum has more cargo than yours. Are you running a cargo crew? See if we even get in on one of these. I might need to launch them to get in. Thank you, Nightbot. You almost got tier 6 cube. Very nice. I have not run my cube in a few days. I need to run my cube. Just research. No, fair enough. But that means that your Monavine should still be significantly more than Nexus. Yeah, here's my Pilum. Here is its cargo cap, 298.7. Which we need to go ahead and swap this back so that we can get back to doing our hostile runs. And since somebody mentioned a Borg cube, it just reminded me I've not done my Borg cube in a couple days. So we need to go grind our Borg cube out. Same thing just that everybody else uses for Actian. The Talios does not have a specific crew. Same crew everybody else uses. So, for cargo FTs, yeah, I don't ever bother with, don't have any cargo FTs, I'm pretty sure. And nor do I bother with running any of the exocomps. Artifacts, I mean, that's real RNG rolls to get artifacts. I'll show you where my artifacts are now. Really depends on how well your rolls are and how often you can do your pulls. But here are my current artifact levels. And sadly, that level up did not unlock any new ones. But you see, I've got several of these down here that have not gotten to touch. Most of them are isolytics things. But you've also got gas efficiency, which is, I really, really want these right here. These two, super valuable. I don't have them yet. And then the other ones here are what I do have unlocked. And you can see, they're not even the highest level. Some of y'all have some of these leveled up higher than I do. Your Voyager doesn't do better than your Monavine? Nope. Voyager not do better than my Monavine. Also doesn't have the same moxie to it. But, it's all good. All right, I got 3,000. So 3,000 divided by 250 is, what, 12 summons? Something like that. So, let's see how much I can get. 4,000 per kind of sucks. But 4,000 per would be 5 pulls to get to 20,000. We'll see. We'll see how we do. I do want to do some commerce insignia grinding. And Xavier's right. Voyager doesn't have as much oomph. It's the battleship versus explorer type deal. Especially when it comes to whole health. Tier 9 pylon, 4 of 11 GG Tau with full run. You see, that's... I could do that, Bach. I'm not going to. I could do all that. I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean, I could do all those things, but I've really reached the point where I'm no longer micromanaging my game to like the severity or degree that I used to. And I have data. I have lawn. I can definitely throw them on boats and increase cargo. I just don't. So, yes, Stuart. I run 5 Giorgio Tau on the Mondavine for my Actians. Correct. I've basically got a point where I leave my crews where they are. I will sacrifice a little efficiency for me not having to micromanage my crews. And that's just kind of where I'm at with the game, though. You know, I don't really desire the hardcore super efficiency playthroughs anymore. I used to. It's too much of a headache now with everything. I've got 8 docks and, 200 officers. It's just too much to micro for me. If you want to be a better player than Revdeuce, micromanage and you will be better. I have left the micro game and now I'm just playing to be having fun. Leave crew swap. Ship is needed, I assume. Yeah, I swap ships as needed. Like you just saw me do with the Borg Cube. So Dock 1 is PvE/Armada. Dock 2 is Armada/Actian. Dock 3 is Armada. Dock 4 is a PvE. Dock 5 is Disco/PvE. And then I've got a speed crew. And then I've got 2 mining crews. And I swap out ships as needed. Now, I will swap out, maybe 1 or 2 officers here and there. But generally, I don't touch officers. I just leave them now that I've got them set. And then when I need to reset them, I'll go through a whole thing. I'll reset my crew, set up my docks, how I want my docks to be. Then I'll exchange ships. So my Monavine is only ever basically going to be in either Dock B or Dock D. And it'll never be anywhere else. My Pylum is basically always going to be Dock A. Almost exclusively Dock A. Borg is exclusively Dock A. Like you will not see my Borg cube randomly on, Dock F. So, where are your OPC miners? They are currently in, Adam, Baran Beta. There's only going to be one. It's this one. So look for the one that has the default skin. The one with the gold skin, it never goes, I guess it is slightly OPC. It rarely goes OPC until it empties out the node. This one is always OPC. So look for the one that doesn't have the white skin on it. Feel free to take it. I had made some epic mad the other night because we finally hit a temporary ceasefire. And in their minds, there's like, oh, well, that means we're not getting hit. Like, no, I'm going to OPC hit you. So, and I told them back, you find me OPC, smack the ever-loving Willy out of me. Smack the ever-loving Willy out of me. You find Rev OPC, if you don't take it, I'm going to be ashamed. I'm going to be ashamed. So, you ever see me OPC, I don't care if I'm in a token system, a swarm system, hit it. Go for it. The only system I get slightly annoyed by is when it happens in a Voyager mining system. But even then, OPC is OPC. So come hit me if you find it. This one will be going OPC. It just went OPC, Adam. So if you want it, I'm going to leave it on that node until it, because how I do my isogen mining, I don't care if I go OPC. I do it until the node's empty, and then I recall, and then I put it back on the node. So I can be caught plenty of times because I need to make these triple pulls with the isogen. So I just put it out there. Y'all go for it. Y'all go for it. I'm here for it. All right, let's go over here, do this as I answer questions. Slap the willy out you? Well, there's a twist joke in there somewhere. Probably Zollerton. Maybe tonight. New shirt idea. That's an old idea. We have OPC shirts. I probably need to do a new line of OPC. Last year's theme for OPC hunting was Booty Hunter. And this year we might go to a classic, maybe even give it a retro look of OPC as OPC. Might even give you all a retro look. If you invest in Meridian Fortification X Borg, I'll show you where all my investments are. In fact, I'm doing ISO research. My Meridian capacity is only at 6 out of 10 because other things were focus points, right? So I focused right here on research resource, component boost, and then materials research was a focus. The sweeps were a focus. The whole health boost were focuses. And then even down here, working on some more of my Borg. So I focused very heavily on things that were material, component, etc. research and grind reduction more than I did mining. But that's just my playstyle. Y'all know that. You've watched me for years, or if you haven't, now you know my playstyle. I focus on PvE and PvP and armadas, not mining. So most of my mining research is going to be behind, but I am slowly working on bringing it up to the level that it should be. It's just a slow grind. All right, let's go hit this and we'll do another Borg Cube zap. Max out the materials research immediately too. Yeah, and see, for me, that's better, especially as I'm preparing to go into the 50s. I need to have all those reductions because this is what costs are with my current reductions. Let's just do shipyard. I got to click all these different things. All right, so like for example, this one is 1,000, then 5,000 just after the researches that I've already done. And that's to go to 48, right? That's not going to 49. That's just going to 48. So when you make that 50 plus push, this is why we encourage using tools like Spock's Club so you can see what those numbers are going to be. It is quite expensive. So I've said it before that going into the 5-star economy, you kind of need, it's almost a prerequisite requirement, to do a lot of these researches, and even getting the prime efficient ship researches and stuff are a really good recommendation so that you can afford the economy up there. And it's certainly something that you have to have if you're going 6-star, because man, I can't imagine the cost if you don't do 6-star. And that includes your researches for like your tritanium, dilithium, and par steel, because it affects your sigma generators at 61 plus. So all these things now have merit again. Let me let's see, I'll summon this one. I've got tons of uncommons just laying around. Just got oobles and goobles of uncommons. Maybe the Bounty Hunter event store would be better if they allowed you to pull more than twice. I mean, you can pull more than twice. You just got to do it tomorrow, Steven. Just as a reminder to everybody, the Bounty Hunter events run through the 5th. So today's not the last day for Bounty Hunter. It's just the day that the store shows up. Oh, I didn't need to do that. So just a reminder, you've got 2 more days of Bounty Hunter. And depending on how much you want to invest in leaderboards and stuff like that, you're going to have more pulls. So, save for a month and a half using Spock's Club to level up and get your problem right to tier 7. Love that, Vantage Boy. Love that. Just went from 49 to 53. 3 trillion par still short of doing Shipyard 53. Oh no, Ken Slayer. At least tell me you have the Monavine up and going. And good news for you, hey, incursions this Friday. Maybe you can raid a lot of that par steel you need. The easiest thing to raid in the game is par steel. So maybe during incursions you can get some good raiding in, and that'll get you where you need to be. But that's also one of the things I've been working on saving. I got 4 trillion par steel on me. And then if we go into our resources, you see I've got 7 trillion right here. And then another, so I've got about 8 trillion in tokens, and then 4 trillion in raw. And that's only about half of what I want to have. So If you remember when I made the video about going from like 49 and leveling up, I talked about having about 20 trillion steel. Just because the costs get really high in steel costs, unless you just have a butt ton of the researches done that make things cheaper. So you're slacking. You don't have quite enough resources compared to you. 3.6 trillion on hand. About the same in tokens. But I do raid a bit. And my goal is, with this upcoming run, my goal is to raid quite a bit in this Friday incursions. I love Friday incursions compared to what they've been doing on these like 12-hour Mondays. Friday incursions, I'm going to stream incursions Friday night. I'm going to play incursions during the day Friday. And yeah, I hopefully will get some good raw in then. We'll see. We'll see. Well, 3 chests, 2 chests, and 3 chests, and you can get more triple pulls. What are you talking about, Godfather? Are you talking about for the event store? Friday, a 24-hour incursion? Should be, Gary, yes. They've not made an official announcement on that, but it is, to my knowledge, a 24-hour one. Heck, let me reach out to somebody for you right now, because I know just who can answer that question. Here's your... All right. So, I just messaged one of my reps / handlers, and they've actually been given a new directive to be more communicative. So, hopefully, oh my gosh, 99.1%. I will get an answer for you immediately just to confirm directly from Lay Overlords, but it should be a 24-hour one. Any plans to revisit the level 49 checklist? I mean, I have plans to revisit everything. You know, one of the videos that y'all have asked for that I plan on putting out this week is about the level 50 ships, or the level 50 ships, specifically the epics, and whether they're worth it or which one to go after, which one's my favorite. My favorite, just go ahead and spoils the Tribune. And that's content y'all have asked for. But a lot of the checklists need to be updated. You know, the level 39 camping video is 2 years old. And while I do think that it still has some merit, I think it obviously needs massive updating, right? Like, you don't really need to have a maxed epic enterprise or augur at level 39 anymore. You just don't. Can you? Will you be better for it? Yeah. Yeah, you'll obviously be better. You'll have a maxed enterprise. But do you need that anymore? You don't. Because so many other things will carry you, and so many other special ships have so much power in the 40s. So, is there still value in a lot of that advice? Absolutely. But you do have to kind of like be cognizant of the fact that you need to look at the time of some of the videos and be like, hey, this advice is 2 years old. In what way could it be outdated? Right? But to answer your question, yes, I do plan on revisiting all those things this year, especially as more and more players push up into those levels. Talios changed how 39 looks. So it's not even just the Talios, right? It's the Talios, it's the Voyager, it's the Defiant. All three of those can be tier 3 at level 39. So even if the Defiant's probably the weakest of the three, they all start getting useful at level 39, and they all start having pretty comparable strength to your normal runs. The only advantage that a 34 epic has over, say, a Voyager is the fact that it gets all the bonuses from your reputation research that standard special ships don't get. So as a reminder for those that don't know, you do not get a Federation advantage for the Voyager, for the Defiant, for the Discovery. None of them get the Federation research. None of it. Whether it's combat research, rep research, none of that applies to any specialty ship, even if it is a Federation specialty ship. So the advantage of having your Enterprise / Augur at 39 is it's going to be your primary rep grinder until you get your 42s and 46s. So the below deck slots on Max G3 Epics feel really nice for stat stacking. Yeah, it's also true. So again, like, there's value in them. And then the biggest value is, I know y'all don't really want to hear the words solo armadas right now, thanks to Scopely lately, but solo armadas having a high-end 3-star epic is really valuable for those if you're a high 30s, low 40s player. So yeah. Faction ships are also cheaper to repair. They are. Because, you know, the Voyager is a 4-star ship, right? And 4-star has its own pricing structure when it comes to what it costs to, oh, you got that one. What it costs to get those things knocked up and, you know, taken out. quite pricey, actually. Any news regarding the last mod of MVPs? I don't know what news you're expecting, Shane, but no, there's no news. I don't know. What news are you expecting? There's no news. Corvus Tier 4 is 3 billion trit each repair now. So that is what my repair cost is on my Sanctus. But again, research. Research can help lower those costs greatly. It's a swear word next 1 hour. Look, I know it's hard to appreciate Solar Armadas right now because y'all just had to do a whole slew of them because of Scopely. But Solar Armadas, all angst and frustration aside, are arguably the most valuable turn-ins every day. Specifically talking about the Bajorans. So let me do my wave defense turn-ins real quick. Do those. And then we're going to come up to my Bajoran because I do have my pulls ready. So here's why I talk so lovey. Oh, man, I can only do... Oh. Screw it. I'm just going to do... Nope. No, I've got to do at least a double pull on that one. All right, so let me get my token. We might do some of these on stream to get that up there. Let's see my uncommon. Okay, I can do a double pull of my uncommon. So let's focus on my ship part sourcing here for my uncommons. So that's actually a pretty terrible pull for me, but it's still decent. I mean, that's a pretty awful pull for what I normally get. But let's go into here. This is big. Now I can only get these obviously by going through my Bajoran loop, by doing my Armada grinds and everything. I'm going to do a full pull, free pull of it. 1,300 uncommons. Yep. I'll take that every 24 hours. And that, again, I think it's good streamer luck because I'm getting terrible pulls. Let's do a triple pull of this one. That is about 1,300 uncommon and 170 rare. Done. Every day. That's why I'm so big. Now, I realize that you're looking at an account in the 40s. So, if you're level 39, level 40, that's not near as good, right? And you're not even accessing some of this yet. But if you've prepped yourself, once you get in the 40s, this is like your primary way to get stuff every day. You need materials, you need ship parts. This is the way. This is the way. Voyager is fantastic for ship parts too, but you want materials and ship parts as well as officers? This is the way. Bajoran is fantastic. If there is an area of the game that you should not put on the back burner, solo armadas, specifically Bajoran solos, should not go on your back burner. That should be a loop that you make sure that you do every week, no matter what. Every week you do your solo armadas for Bajoran, where you're at least pulling the middle chest. Minimum. Because you can do that in the 40s. And it is going to significantly increase your rate of acquisition, ship parts, and materials. And that doesn't even include, like Box talking about the favors, which is basically just research, which makes your refinery better, by the way. My refinery pulls are better than a lot of people below me because I have these done. Bajoran Crystal, Gas, and Ore Refinery. So my G4 pulls are better than people who haven't focused on... So, I mean, short answer, the Bajoran loop is one of the best things they ever added to the game. And you're remiss if you're not focusing on it. You're remiss if you're not focusing on it. So... yeah, all that said, I still got to get to Prophet Chosen. But yeah, it's fantastic. And I just literally pulled 3,000 uncommons in a single run. And that's every day. That doesn't even count anything else I'm getting. That's just 3,000 uncommons came to me today. That means this month, I will get about 100,000 assorted uncommons from the Bajorans per month. That means 1.2 million uncommons a year. So again, like I've had players tell me that they just don't like solo armada, so they don't do the Bajoran. I'm like, you don't understand how much you are hurting yourself if you don't do your Bajoran. That doesn't mean that you have to even like it. Don't like it. Hate it from the bottom of your spirit. Still do it. Still do it. I don't care if you hate it. Do it anyway. Sam says she just got a full pull of Cisco. Congratulations. It has been a while, Sam. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Sam. It has been a while. Hope you're having a fantastic new year. But yeah, I mean, that's all of this is aside. Like, Scopely making you do them for Bajor and Hunter. I'm just saying that you should not worry about what the events say to do. You should just be doing them, period. Solo Armadas are something that if you frequent my streams, we either do on stream together or we do them together on like Twitch. So we either do them here or we do them on Twitch, but we do them. It's a regular thing. And I encourage everybody to do that. Let's see, is there a trader here? There's not. So I'm just going to switch systems real quick. All right. Comcast? No Comcasting. We're good over here, man. Happy New Year, Hemi. Great to see you. Hemi's been around for like 4 billion years, and it's always good to see people who've been around a long time. Good to see you, Hemi. Got full pull Cisco too a few minutes ago. Well, apparently it's going around, so congrats to all those who full pulled Cisco. Paulo, I moved a system, so that system is going to have a full slew of them ready. I won't have to move any more times. We'll just get there and be done. Your Cisco's now maxed. Congratulations. We normally ding Scopely for sourcing, but those DS9 sourcing has been great. It has, with the exception of, you know, Odo, Dax, but, you know, what you're saying is still accurate. Like, even with the nitpicky flaws, and I would call them nitpicky, in the Bajoran faction, it is still hands down one of the best things in this game. Greetings, Brett. Good to see you. Happy New Year as well. AQ, great to see you. You've been incredibly unlucky with your Cisco pulls. One of my Alliance members got a double full pull with 3 Cheshire State. You rarely get more than 5. Well, the good thing about Cisco is he's good immediately. You don't necessarily need him to be at the top, but I mean, you love him at the top. You love him at the top. Oh, looks like we're about to take that. Do we have a oh, we don't have a season pass out right now. TC reset, by the way, for those asking. The plan for the territory capture reset is the 23rd of this month. That is a tentative date, could change, but the plan is the 23rd of this month. 23rd. Best crew for Gemini flagship. Well, that's a solo run, Gerald, and the crews that I put out in my video months ago are still pretty accurate. You could swap in some of the Voyager crews if you want, and I would recommend it if you have them, but I don't know what crews you have. Trouble with making a solo Armada video is giving crews that apply to each level range. Because if you're in the 30s, you don't have the Cisco crews unlocked, likely, but yet you still want to be doing solo Armada starting at level 35. So it's difficult to kind of get that advice without knowing where you're at and who you are. He says January 23rd, I understand the right. You did. I've said that for weeks now. But yes, that's the plan. They moved server merges to January 22nd as well. Server merges were planned to happen tomorrow, and those got moved to the 22nd. So, yeah, for those that don't know, now you know. And I actually have 2 days worth of these pulled. I haven't even noticed how much we've been doing, but there you go. I see you stream again. Well, Sapphire, I'm always streaming. To get more Herodian coins back from bounty hunters than I can spend, when possible, please nudge Scopa to increase the time on the event store. I mean, how many of you managed to pull Sapphire? Because the event store is open for like 4 days. Are you directing all your pulls to one specific thing? Like you only want ore? Or... What's my Voyager crew? I don't use my Voyager in solo Armadas, Ryan. For solo Armadas, I use my Defiant, Ilum, Coronar for Dominion. And then for Borg, I swap out the Defiant for the Talios and the Borg runs. So, I think I have more tickets than the Elite Bounty credits. Okay. I mean, I can ask. If Enterprise E data is their good crew with data if you don't have all the other E officers. This works fine. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you that Chakotay does nothing in PvE. He's only there for synergy for Janeway. So if you wanted to be more optimal, you would swap out Chakotay for like EMH Doc or, you know, even Balana Torres up top. But this works perfectly fine. This is my generic go-to hostile grinding set now. Because Janeway, with her captain's ability, plus this below deck for Isolytic, then obviously more Isolytic, then he's just here for synergization purposes for this, which knocks up my shield bypass to 93%. So, but I'm mostly focusing on isolytics here. And then keep in mind that this is also Volanatoras and Hue are below decks. So I'm running this as a pure critical hull breach isolytic build. So it works perfectly fine for me. My Borg cube ends up doing, oh, that's a bio ship. Didn't mean to click on that one. My Borg cube was doing, that's a Texas class. Okay, where's what I'm looking for? All right, Jem'Hadar fighter. I hit that. So yeah, my Borg cube hits criticals, and you can see I'm doing basically half the amount of isolytic as I am standard damage. Helps a lot. Maybe 40%. 40%. Still, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. My Belana Torres is tier 4. She was a priority upgrade for me. I focused very heavily to get my Torres maxed out. Well, close to max as I could. She's a tier 4. So she's a 60% proc rate for me. Go ahead and summon. And then we'll probably, we're going to swap out to do our Borg ones after that. But here's my Belana Torres, etc. So there's BLT right there, 60%. There's my Hue, 60%. There's Odo. And then I've got Tom Paris down there for a little bit of mitigation boosting. And that's kind of my standard. And this is why my crews never change. Because that run for PvE applies to whatever I need to do. Freebooters, Dominion. If I need to go Borg Probe, I can do it with this if I want to. I mean, this is just my PvE hull. But I can also easily use some of these same combinations to swap out and run Armadas. It's not the most effective, but it's a good generic run. No, loot modifiers do not work with the Borg cube cutting beam, Mark. They do not. Officers, etc., do not work with the Borg cube cutting beam. All right, so we got enough there. So now we're going to go to our Borg cube system and see if we get any goodies in there, because I got enough for me to be happy with my biotoxins. Also, Adam, you still haven't come and taken this node. It's got 200,000 OPC on it. Saying. You asked about it. It's there. More officer badges? Uno. If you need officer badges, make sure you're doing your discovery. Make sure you're doing your discovery runs. Discovery is going to pay out your minor commendations. And then just come in here and get what you need. You need more command badges. That's the one you need the most of. There you go. There you go. And also, I'll do these every day. Come down here and pull these every day. I've got tens of thousands of messages thanks to these Borg cube systems. So, yo, Tim, thank you for supporting the channel. Sign up to be a cadet. Thank you. That helps out. Look, I can't do what I do without people like you supporting the channel financially. So thank you, Tim. I do greatly appreciate it. If anybody else wants to help out, you can sign up to be a member for as little as $5 a month on my website, revenues.com. Or you can check out the donate links. Thank you so much, Tim. That's very, very kind of you. So that's very kind of you. On Monavine Armadas, you use the juke maneuver or you have a ship take out the chasers. Generally what I do, Kevin, is I cheat and I bring my discovery in first. The discovery spawns it, and then I summon everybody, and then I just pull my discovery out. So I just do the really generic warp trick. And I know there's other tricks you can do these days. I'm old school. I'm using the original trick. And that's what I do. I know it's the old school trick. There's other methods out now. But that's the old school way to do it. Sometimes I like doing things the old school way. All right. Let me send a ship here just because I want to show that I'm helping. Do it the old school way. No benefits for Federation on the Defiant Voyager Discovery? Correct. Somebody was asking. Oh, Pete's asking. Before I did Borg solos with Voyager and the Translink research not applied to it. Yeah, no support ship gets faction specific research. Doesn't matter what kind of support ship it is. Doesn't matter if it's Federation. Doesn't matter if it's a Romulan design, which is what Italios is. None of them get it. So if you're going to go say the Borg solos, you need to be using either the Talios or pure faction ships. So that would be Coronar, Pylum Newton if you're a level 46 player, or Pylum Coronar Talios, or Pylum Coronar Katinga, right? Whatever you want to do. But Voyager, Defiant, Discovery, Franklin's, None of those count as Federation ships. And the same is true for any specialty ships like the Sarcophagus, does not get a Klingon bonus. Now, I have advocated for that in the past, but hasn't happened. The grind was such a waste and you're done doing them? For what, Ryan? The Borg solos? Borg solos are okay. As you can see, I need to go. Oh, wow. How I am like literally just short of doing a double pull that. I mean, they're okay. I don't avoid them. They will help out later on in your gameplay when you're needing to run multiple of the fleet commanders. And then obviously officer sourcing. So you can see I've got a little bit of that saved up. So we'll do a triple pull real quick and see. Meh, but the XP and the credits do help out. It's not my focal point though. Like, I'm not super obsessed with running these. I'm not super obsessed with running these. They're not bad by any means. I just, other focuses take priority. Go ahead and do my Borg. Got that in. Go ahead and do these because I have a problem with forgetting about them. And then we'll double pull this. There we go. I got one Rutherford shard. Fantastic. Talk about bad sourcing. That's bad sourcing. Vidar and Talios are specialty ships. They do not get Romulan bonuses. Remember, if you remember the video I made about Borg solos, and I actually had to share this out with somebody yesterday. The Borg solos, the Transleak research essentially just turns your faction ships into Vidars because it gives them the 35,000% bonus versus Borg. Now, it only works for Borg solos, but they basically turn them into Vidars. But that does not apply to any of your specialty ships. All right, Voyager. Have not docked yet, so can't do that pull. And, all right, we're here, and I don't think anybody's contesting us for Thalen. SAO is not contesting. Oh, are they contesting? Well, yeah, they are trying, but that's not going to get them very far. So we'll take this, and there's no point even trying to participate in that fight. But we can do our summons real quick with the Voyager and hope we get good RNG rolls. And that would mean more commerce insignias. Usually it's about 25 to 35%. So if I run 4, I should, get, in theory, get at least 1. But we'll see how many we get. My Defiant is tier 8. Defiant's tier 8. Here, I'm going to look. It's max for my level. Yeah, tier 8. Can't take it any higher. I'm blocked by this. You see, I've got 600,000 uncommon Defiant parts saved up. But yeah, this is where my bottleneck is. I can't take it any higher. I have maxed it out for my level. And yeah, there she is. We're going to send out the Pickle, though, to do another run while we wait for the Voyager to finish its summoning. Send the Pickle out. Do its grind. What crew used on Voyager? 5 Grush and Neelix. Cheaper summoning cost, better warp range, and then more loot per hit with 5. And Doctor below decks. You still bother to save for officer recruit events? Nope, I do not. Because officer recruit events really aren't very common anymore in terms of a battle pass run. You'll still have like dailies and stuff. I don't invest in them. I recommend everybody, especially in the 30s and 40s, you got tokens that maybe save you 25 to 50,000 at most. If you're above that number, spend them. And let's see where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm at 138,000. Like literally, drop them. There's no reason to save all that. There's like what, 2 times a year where there's a leaderboard for ultra recruit pools, and even then you're still probably going to lose to the bigs. Just pull them, because the best thing that happens is you end up getting your officers that you need. You know, like I need to stop being lazy and actually max out Kirk. And if I sit here and pull these, we might do that. But yeah, those events aren't worth saving for. It's better to get the officers. Definitely better to get the officers. Yeah, it's an ALB instead of an SLB. And I don't say I don't want to contribute to my alliance, but with me being a light spender on this account, most of my accounts are free to play. This is a light spender account. I cannot play the same way that they play. And that means that in some degree, you could say that I'm mooching. I try to contribute in other ways, but I do not do the same level of participation in some events I do in others. Now, I can make up for that in grind events. So, how do we get the ISS jelly? Same way you've always gotten it. Armada chest, starting at level 36, the Epic Armada chest. There's an event that should run on every server once a month. The event is terrible. And then 3-star territories. All the 3-star territories have got ISS jelly BPs in them. All of them. Steve, what is your question? Because if I don't answer it, please feel free to continually repeat it. 3 best Armada crews in the game, I would recommend you go watch my videos on Armada crews, because I can't answer that without knowing your account. Like, if you're level 35, the 3 best don't apply to you because you don't have all 3 of them. Right? If you're level 55, you probably do have all 3 of them. So I can't just give you it, because if you're level 35, the 3 best crews are very different than if you're level 55. So, and then it even comes down to what level do you have those crews? Because if you got like a tier 1 Lana Torres, I'm not going to include her in your list. So, is I also reducing spending like some whales? Yeah, Hypo, did you not see the VIP interview I did? I did an interview with 4 very prominent VIPs, and one of them is from my alliance. He's actually a top 5 player in terms of overall power. At least he was at the time. And let's see if he still is. I'm curious. He might still be. He is no longer top 5. He has dropped down to 9th overall. He was number 4. He's now 9th overall. So IA has definitely lowered the amount they were spending. I wouldn't say that they've stopped, but it's definitely less. All right, let's pull our chest now. I think I only got 1 Commerce Insignia chest. Did I not get a single one? Wait, Cloaked Enemy. Okay, that's different. Data Cube, yeah, I got 1. All right, so somebody did come out and pop. Adam, was that you? Okay, that's not a Cloaked Enemy. That's Dice Man. That's not cloaked. I don't know if y'all can't see because I've got the thing up, but it's telling me who it is. It says Cloaked Enemy here, but we got the old problem back where this used to be a problem when cloaking first came out, where it would say Cloaked Enemy, but then you clicked on the log, you still saw who did it. When did that break? They had fixed that. When did that break? That's an old bug returned. I remember that day 1. We tested it and reported it. When did this come back? About a month? Really? Wow. All right, well, I'm going to go make sure that I personally put in this ticket because I didn't realize this was back. Yeah. It wasn't months ago, Joshua. Like, it wasn't in October or November. It wasn't broken then. It might have broken December sometime. Maybe the end of November. Like during the mid-month patch. But it hasn't been broken for several months. Because I remember we were still at war back in September and the cloak was working fine then. At least for me. So let me make sure this one's reported. All right. Sorry about that. I struggle to type and talk at the same time. Mostly because I'm a man and we struggle with multitasking. So, anyway, I have reported it myself. Not that I care. Like, I'm not mad that Dice hit me or anything. I just, if anything, I'm trying to help him out because I shouldn't be able to see. If he has the research done and he's able to hide that he's cloaked, I shouldn't be able to see it. I'm actually going to tell him just for the sake of telling him. FYI, cloaking is broken so I can see who hit me. Forward it to overlords. I have no issue with Dice Man, by the way. Like, not like I have an issue with being hit. But I would like things to work in the game that I play. That'd be nice. So, Brian, the chance to reveal research would actually tell me in the log right here. So, yes, that research exists, but it would tell me in the log if that research had procced. Like, it would just say they hit you. It would then say it in the log. It wouldn't then let you see it in here. At least to my understanding, that's not how it works. So. He wants me to know. But anyway. Let's see. We're back in there. We're sending it on back. I'm a baby compared to my alliance. I'm just there helping score points. Are you doing triple pulls? Yes. So my tier 7 cube does triple pulls. That is correct. If you're talking about this one. What? Wrong one. It's in the support tab because logic. Talking about this one? Yes. I triple pull it at tier 7. Once you get to about tier 6, tier 7, you start focusing on doing your grind in like Dominion space. And it gets easier. As you get even higher, like tier 9, 10, etc. What a lot of people will do is they'll solo the Dominion armadas and then use that to then zap the enemies. Oh, BPB, I put that ticket in, like, I just sent it straight to the devs. So. So, like, Enterprise was the best PvE crew for Enterprise, Pipe Moro Chin. I'm assuming you're level 34, so Pipe Moro Chin. The best PvE crew for you, basically, for the next 10 levels, is Pipe Moro Chin. There are going to be some exceptions to specific hostiles, but Pipe Moro Chin. The supportive murderous cube. Exactly. You understand. You understand. If you don't have your support murder cube fully prepped and pulled, you're missing out. You're missing out. PMC is legendary. It is. It should never have been as strong as it is, but take advantage of the fact that it is as strong as it is. It's an extremely powerful combination. And you will level 1 through 46-ish use that religiously. I no longer use it, but it still would honestly be more effective than some of the crews I use for some things, but it goes back to the generic thing. But I kind of am using it. I'm just using a variation of it. Like Pike Moreau Cath, I'm only doing that because the Texas hostiles are more kinetic based than they are energy based. But I'm basically am still running Pike Moreau Chin. I'm just doing it for kinetics. And the Texas class hostiles, even though they'll show, you know, Battleship, Explorer, they are more kinetic based if you look at them on STFC.space. So I run an anti-kinetic officer versus an anti-energy officer for my auto grinding there. So I am technically still using it. It's not right there. So. It's amazing that now I'm Ops 49. You rarely ever use PMC anymore. Yeah, I mean, the Voyager crew has become the mainstay, as well as the Strange New Worlds crew for hostile grinding. That's most people's mainstay now. I still use it. It's not as common because I have so many other options. Like, I'll even say that I don't really use my Strange New Worlds that much, except for one exception. I use my Strange New World crew when I'm loading out 3 or 4 boats. And I'm actually going to be doing this tonight. So warning, those that want to watch my stream tonight, I'm going to be doing a lot of rep grinding. Hey, Paul got me. Paul's a regular in the stream. I wonder if Paul's watching. Paul, you watching? What's Paul bringing to the battle? Bro, you brought an Armada crew and hit me? Seriously, sir? Seriously. You brought an Armada crew. You know what? Just for that. Just for the gall, the audacity. How dare you not be appropriately crewed to fight IA? I am offended big time. I am so offended right now. I'm actually going to put a PvP crew on. How dare you? Uno, momento, or pavor. Where is she at? Where is the OPest of all OPs? Where is she? Seriously, where is she? Where's my OP PvP crew? Oh God, I done lost it. Is it a preset somewhere? It is. Fly. Bam. I'm going to put a PvP crew on it. And hell, I'll even swap out to my pilot. You want to disrespect me by using an Armada crew? Well, come hit me now. Go for it. I was just able to join. Can you quickly explain the Hunters event? Do I spend all my tokens? William, the Hunters event, if you saw my video, is running through the 5th. As far as the event store, spend it on whatever you need. Don't worry about the SLB unless you're a spender. Don't worry about the SLB unless you're a spender. Now, we're actually in here now. Let's see if we can find some SAO laying around. Where are y'all at? You're not in here? You over in System B now? Where you at? I'm coming for you. I wouldn't put it in a bad crew video. Paul knows better. Paul knows better. He got hot swapping and lazy. Where you at? I see how it is. I see how it is. I'll just wait for you. Right here on the edge. Oh, somebody's playing Zoomy Zoom. Look at that Sanct is just zooming. Whee! Flying across the system. Hey, Jedi Broda's Enterprise D out. Look at that. Look at all these ships. There's Hath. What else we got? Oh, Bear brought the Rotara now. Look at that. Almost 2 billion now. Let's see Jedi's 4.2 billion Borg cube. Now that's a Borg cube. Oh, wow. Now you're just showing off. I bet most of y'all have not even seen a Magua. Now you're just showing off. Look at that. That's... And then I bet they don't even come back for me. Okay. Oh, graduated. Yeah, you haven't seen... This one is 1.8. This Rotaran is 1.9. I mean, I can go to the other system where more people were. What's this Borg cube? Whose cube is that? Okay, that's a baby cube. Here, let's go back over here if you want to see more big ships. All right, let's see what else, because I think more of us are in here. All right, let's see what we got in here. Any of the bigs in here? Oh, there's Jedi's, the Daradex, it's 1.7. What else we got? There's Beowulf's. He's only a 1-biller. He's the baby Enterprise of the group. TP's doesn't have a big one. It's 48. What we got? Anybody? I guess most of the bigs are in the other system. There's Krator's 1.6 and a 1.2. Oh, here you go. This is the new miner. Y'all haven't seen it before. This is the Selkie. This is the uncommon miner. You get it 62, 61, 62. It's the uncommon miner. I don't know if anybody has seen a Selkie yet. Here's an Akira 2.1. Beautiful ship. I love Akira class in Star Trek. One of my favorite designs of all time. Here's you an Akira. Another Enterprise D. Looks like everybody has got most of their stuff doing other things. Oh, here's Bear's 2 billion powered Enterprise D. So a 2-biller there. Looks like honestly most people don't have their big, like T's not here, Anders isn't here. So the most powerful ships we got aren't even present. Kira's pretty but weak AF. I mean the early 60s are weak AF, but here's the thing. All faction ships are weak AF until you get to about tier 5. All of them. Everywhere. So. Oh, there's Dice Man. I love the skin, by the way. Beautiful skin. But Hath cleared that out pretty quickly. Beautiful. I love the skins that people invest in. You know, it's cosmetics mean a lot more to me than they do a lot of people. And I think some of the things they've added to the game are so pretty. So pretty. But IA cannot be overpowered by anyone at server 20. Not 1v1, no. That said, have there been times where IA has gone toe to toe with like groups and it been a drag out? Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually the first time that the top 10 has not had some state of war in a long time. It's a new year, new peace. We'll see how long it lasts. But, you know, there was a time where feds were number one, IA was not number one, and they were at war. So there's been power shifting and everything. I think that's normal on most servers. But IA is not untoppable, right? Now, if you go 1-to-1 with anybody, absolutely. Just for incursions, probably Adam. But I'm going to enjoy the brief peace that we have. Go 1-to-1, sure. IA is going to dominate. But if Epic, Chaos, DMFL, Feds, like you even just pick 3 of these teamed up, it'd be a hell of a fight. It'd be a slobber knocker. And we've had that happen before. Like right now, IA is at a state where any territory they want, they can take. But if the rest of the server gets tired of that, they've stood up to IA before, and IA couldn't just take whatever they wanted, and it was a fight for it. So it just kind of varies, like what your server's health is and what the politics kind of are and all that. You know, generally speaking, having one alliance that dominates isn't good. But the good thing is, in this server, IA doesn't dominate, because if IA ever pissed off the entire server, it's a struggle. Doesn't mean that they're not still the top alliance, but it's not as easy to move around. It's not as easy to do things, and it definitely plays a role in how effective, you know, everybody is as a group. So it just kind of, again, goes back to individual server, how things go for you. Okay, put these down, put a standard Armada crew in, and put our Defiant out, because we need to go do rare solos. Rare solos. We're going to swap this around, and technically don't need Hugh, but I'm not even going to bother taking him down. Just put that up there. Go full synergizations and basically guaranteeing crits with her up there, even though that he has the ability to increase crits as well, basically guaranteeing crits. Oh, we need to swap this for my Pylum, which is currently off doing defense duty. Here's your Voyager crew on that bridge. Not very high. Here you go. Very low, actually. Tier 2 Chakotay, Tier 1 Janeway, Tier 1 7. That takes 3 alliances. I mean, I don't think that's a problem, Frank. With more power, the best way to beat power is numbers. And I've watched so many other servers where the top alliance is consistently beat by numbers. So it's just, you got to have strategy, right? You know, let's say it's World War II. There's a Tiger tank coming for you. You don't try to take on the Tiger 1v1 with your Sherman. You try to surround the Tiger with multiple elements and take out the Tiger that way. It's the same way in Star Trek Fleet Command. You're not going to beat the Akira, but you can tie up the Akira and win with numbers. So, trying to rep ground with a full fleet. Once I get my 3rd ship crewed, I feel like I'm out of hostile crews. Can you name more than PMC, Janeway, Torres, X, and Strange New World? Yeah, the new Picard E crew. The new Enterprise E crew is a hostile grinding crew, if you have it. And then after that, you have Picard Beverly. You could do like Picard Beverly Cath or Picard Beverly Talon for interceptors or heavy traders. I mean, I can probably build 5 actual PvE crews and then a 6th kind of crew. So, recently got my Pylum and grinding out 51 survey systems. Could you tell me about PvP crews for 51 plus? The only PvP crew 51 plus is this one. Basically all. That's it. That's the crew. Stars she blows. All right, is there no more SAO? Because those are the only 2 hits I'm taking. I'm reclaiming my Pylum so I can go back to grinding. Oh, there was somebody coming in with Hornar? No, that's a 35 player. That's a Burrell. Nope. I'm not getting into it. I'm not talking about it. Nope. Not about to call Rev toxic today. Nope. Nope. Enterprise E-Crew is pretty nice. Just watch your loot if you use on armadas. This is true. This is true. My alliance is in server 200. Only had 14 players, and we're always us versus server. And at the end, we win mostly. Well, nice, Samir. I'm glad you have fun. And people are trolling you with bad crews. That does happen on the channel. That actually does happen. We got the B method. Doesn't matter how big the ship is. It can be tied up by an army of Rialtas. Exactly, Kata. And if you remember, if you sting that ship, so let's say it's an Enterprise D. If you sting it with a Mantis, and then everybody's running Giorgio burning crews, and you all are spamming that ship, well, it can't fire one round because of the sting, so you can actually do 1% hull damage to it every Rialta hit. You're never going to kill them, but man, you can give them a repair bill, and it annoys the fire out of them. Now, believe it or not, I actually have seen like a Tribune killed by Rialta swarming. Most people are going to like disco their ship out and get out of there. But you can at least give them a repair bill. If nothing else, it takes them out the fight. All right. Let me swap this out. We'll put our Talios out there. Wait, somebody wants to go hit something. Go hit my Talios. There you go. Somebody wants something to hit, go hit the Talios. We're going to put our Pylum up here. And we're just going to run up here real quick. For my Defiance sake, I guess I'll turn on some exocomps. Combat exocomp. We'll do our Explorer. That's a baby one. Look at all these I've got. Yeah, it's baby Explorer. Wow, that's a baby interceptor damage. Look, I skipped the big ones. What an idiot. What an idiot. All right. Big one. No, not that one. I'm looking for that one. Honestly, this one needs to be replaced because that's just so weak. I got 43 of these. There we go. And here? Yeah. No. Here. And away we go. And I mean, just for having its sake, let's bust out my disco. And we'll bring the disco. I'm only Ops 26. Grim, I can't say I really do. I mean, if you want me to hit you because it'll make you feel happy. Like if you're just a STFC masochist, I can hit you if you want me to. Like if you're an STFC masochist, I'll do it just because it makes you happy. Hey, Bear's got his Akira out. 4.5 bill. There you go. Now there's an Akira that actually starts mattering. That Akira punches like a son of a gun. But again, it takes a few tiers with any faction ship because a lot of faction ships really rely on the officer stat bonus. So, yeah, Grim, I'll be right up here. All right. Samir, that's already a video. I've already made that video months ago. I've already made that video. Is Tau broken versus Armadas? Tau does not work versus Armadas. He never has, nor will he ever. Tau does not work versus Armadas. All right, somebody just warp it. You're like a cloaked legionary? Chad, am I blind? I swear I saw an animation for a warp in. I swear I did. All right, we needed rares. Let's go ahead and launch La Rare. Cloak ship? Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. But anyway, Grim, I mean, if you just want me to hit you, I'll stay there for a few more moments. By the way, thank you, Nightbot, for dropping the link. If anybody wants to support the channel, remember, I can't do any of this. I can't answer your questions. I can't help you, and I can't support my family without generous donations from the community. We have 500 people here. If literally just 10 people drop a $5 dono, we would be paying our light bill, So, well, not that much. A light bill's not that cheap. But if we did it every time we stream, that's how it would work out. So if you want to help out the channel, exclamation point donate. It really does help out. Believe it or not, YouTube ad don't pay that well. So you will have content creators that ask you to do a little short donut. If you got it, if you want to, greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps. You're an amazing person if you do it. You're a terrible person if you don't. Stand by what I said. Glitch in the Matrix happens. We had a group hit in our 63 the other night with Burn Crew's Tau on Orions. We watched for an hour. Oh, they didn't do much? Yeah, again, 1% is whatever the whole health is at the start of combat. So it's not 100 hits with burning equals death. It's more like 1,000 hits. But I mean, it's still a repair bill, and that's something that, as a low-level player, you can like hang your hat on. Like, hey, I made them spend 10 billion tritanium. Makes people happy. Makes them feel happy. Let me pull my boxes, by the way. There we go. So we have my Armada boxes, and there's my commerce insignia from earlier today when we did our board cube grinding. And we'll launch some more of these. How many do I have saved? I've got a lot saved. Again, it's because I do these pulls every day. Back away we go. At this rate, I'm just going to do a triple pull. But I'm at 4 or 5 now. Let's go ahead and do a triple pull. We'll just do a few of these while we're sitting here. Only have one below deck spot available. Better to equip Boimler or Tom Paris. Tom Paris. Tom Paris. Obviously, that would depend on the ship, because like if you put it on a sarcophagus, it doesn't do anything. But generally speaking, tier 5 Tom Paris. Also, oh, is that level 5 Tom Paris? It's still Tom Paris. Boimler's pretty useless. Boimler's pretty useful. Which Voyager hostile drops? The Commerce Insignia is Frozen. Oh my God, you've got to watch more content. You gotta watch more content. Borg systems in Dairy Queen space. You have to summon the hostile. You have to summon it. It would be your first choice. Yeah, if you've only got one spot, it's always Hugh. Bar none, always Hugh if you're doing PvE. Always Hugh. But if you're looking for below deck ability, Tendi is a good option. Hugh, Bolana Torres, depending on tier. So for an Armada, honestly, if you've only got one spot, you should be trying to get your officer bonuses up. So if you have Grush, especially a high tier Grush, go Grush. Greco, thank you so much. Hope New Year brings you some joy and peace as well. Thank you, Greco, for supporting me and my family. You are number one of all. Thank you. I appreciate you. And yo, shout out to Big Papa Pumps. Thanks you for all you do for the community in 2023. Here's for hoping for a great year in 2024. Hope you realize how much more fun you make this game. Well, I'm glad, Big Papa Pump. Thank you for supporting my kids. You're an incredible individual. And I hope you have a great year, and Greco having a great year this year so far. It's only 2 days or 3 days in. Hope it's great. It's been a while. You'd forgotten. Shh. Shame on you, Frozen. Shame on you. If you are not just dedicated to me as if I was your spouse, it's just a shame. Sadly, I know some people don't speak sarcasm. They think I'm being serious. What is the best system for Burrell BP hunting? Basically, any Klingon system level 32-ish and above. There's not a specific system for Burrell BP hunting. You think we'll ever get a tractor beam ability? Like tractor beam as in dragging somebody across the system, or tractor beam as in they can't use impulse? So when you say tractor beam, are you talking about like tractor beam from a board cube in the Next Generation? Or are you talking about like the Ferengis have stolen my ship and they're tractor beaming it to space dock? The stopping impulse one, maybe. The dragging a ship across the system, no. Would be cool though. Use Picard, E, Neelix, and 5 with Doctor below for bio. Nice. My struggle trip is I lose the warp range needed. I'm at an awkward level at 49. And I want to be able to summon the biggest one I can summon. So. Grappling hook from Enterprise would be fun. Hey, maybe if we get an Enterprise NX-01, it'll have a grappling hook. Hey, somebody hit me. Oh, it's Grim. and then he warped out. So you didn't hit me. You half hit me. Or you did hit me, and you died. And it just showed a warp out. So there's their Pipe Monroe Chin D3. Hopefully you can get that D3 leveled. I see it's only level 18. Don't forget, you can auto grind this in augment space. You just need to get it leveled up. You can auto grind that in augment space. No spoilers? I didn't give any spoilers. I've not given a single spoiler. 4Q be way better if it had health regeneration during combat or something. Well, I don't think the artifact had that. Like, if you watch Picard, I don't think it has that. Because the Borg cube you have is not like a Borg cube. It's the artifact. It was a shut down Borg cube that has been recommissioned. It's not the same as the Borg having a cube. Dragging Alliance members OPC back to their base? Yeah, that's never going to happen. I can go ahead and tell you that one now. That specific kind of tractor beam, like that very specific action, that's not happening. So, NX with grappling hook confirmed? Yep, yes it is. Yes it is. Dakota, it's 1% of whatever the current whole health is at the start of a round, Dakota. So it is not a 1% of whatever a ship's whole health is, regardless of its damage level. It's 1% of whatever the hull is at the start of that round. 1%. So that's how you get the diminishing return, which is why 100 Rialta hits with burning would not destroy a ship. You would need a lot. Basically like 1,000. Tractor beam to drag Alliance members into our armada if they're in the system. Yeah, I don't see that happening. You're level 39, so this was extremely helpful. I'm glad to hear that, Yongxi. I'm glad to hear that it was helpful. That is always my goal, to be helpful to the people who watch the channel. And y'all, like I said, y'all help feed my children, so I'm very loyal to y'all. All right, let me do a full pull here. Let's see if we get ship parts. Actually pretty good. I don't really need these, but I will gladly take that. Thank you. Sophonius? Sophonias? However you pronounce your name, I appreciate you signing up to support the channel here on YouTube. Very greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Prime Interceptor Manufacturer worth getting House 48. Then we get enough 5-star crystal for missions. Yep. If you get it for free, then of course it's worth it. If it's free, it's for me. That's how everybody should live their lives. If it's free, it's for me. I mean, you are right. It is start of combat, not start of... So it's... When I'm talking about the Rialta, that's what I was trying to... I guess I should have been more specific. So if you're using Rialta burning, it is going to be the start of the round, but you're also not going 50, 60 rounds. You are right that if you have burning active in an armada, it is going to have a different impact. I guess I should have... See, this is the thing with this game having so many different levels and so many different iterations of the same thing, depending on what level you are. Because I was just talking about Rialta burning, but at the same time, if I don't word it perfectly, I'm going to make it confusing for another part of the game. So, good to see you, by the way, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. There's rare ship parts or Argrim. Now, in 3-star, there's only ship parts. But you get into 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star, there are uncommon, rare, and epic ship parts to go along with your common ship parts. I think it's probably the biggest bottleneck in 4-star. It's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. Cat herding easier? Yeah. We should just have a cat herding prime. How about that? How about that? How about just a cat herding prime? Who would pay for that that's in Star Trek leadership right now? Who wants a cat herding prime? I feel many of you would pay for that. I am not in leadership. What are you doing with broken ship parts? You refine them in your refinery. Like this. Click. And that just became 21 and 109. You refine them. And that refinery starts at level 39. Prime crit damage is a better use. Better is relative because that crit damage is going to matter less the further into the future we get. But you are right that it does have a great impact in the game. Finish your statement on the Hunter store, yay or nay? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. I don't think it's bad. I think a player's opinion of the Hunter store is going to be directly correlated to how much effort they put in. I didn't put in almost any effort. I just auto-grinded the basic events. So for me, it's essentially free resources. So I like it. If you went out there and went crazy on armadas and all those other things, you probably hate it. You think it's worthless. You think it wasn't worth the time and effort. If you did like me, this free loot. Great. So. Yeah. You're already refining it off 39 on main account. Nice, Grim. That's smart. You also want the tractor beam to drag Alliance members into armadas. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that, Harley. Yeah. Somebody else mentioned that. We're waiting for Ops 39 to finish. I don't see those in the fire yet. Oh, that'd be why, Caleb. Once you hit 39, you'll be able to refine common 4-star materials and common 4-star ship parts. You can't do uncommons till later on, but you can do commons. You can do commons. Also, I really need to work on my card game today. Oh, anyway. I'd so buy it if it allowed me to move stations out of territory. Fair. Yeah, Kevin, that's been recommended for 5 years. Probably never happening. Section 31 store question. Does the dolomite particle increase per rep level or is it fixed at 10 per day? I'm pretty sure it's fixed, Jorge. Let me check our chart real quick. We have in our volunteer channel. Let's check our chart. I'm pretty sure it's 10 a day regardless of the level. Let's see. Volunteer charts. That's our matchups. Where is our section 31 tool at? I'm pretty sure it's fixed, though. Here's our section 31 chart. Click the wrong button. Dang it. Stop clicking the wrong button, Rev, you idiot. And let's see. Section 31 faction store. And... yep, looks set. 10 a day. I mean, it's still 10 a day, but yep. 10 a day. Syndicate XP, let's see. I mean, again, Jorge, this chart's in my Discord, and I know you're in there. It's all in my Discord. Syndicate XP is variable. Wait, no. Syndicate XP is set. Yeah, it looks like Syndicate XP is set. Because it is 2240 single chest at both agent and handler. So it looks like it's set as well. I'm assuming it's the same for Spy Master. I don't know if we have anybody in the chat that is Spy Master. But if you are in the chat and you are Spy Master, just confirm that for me. It looks like Syndicate is set as well. So, what level do I need to get Voyager Finder to see FKR messages? Huh? Voyager Finder doesn't show FKR messages. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. We're going to just recall these because they're almost all popped. Back home. The Car Beverly Crusher, what are the broken parts you get 10% used for? Again, for refining into regular ship parts, Ari. Refining into regular ship parts. Starting at level 39. It's for the 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star economy. So. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry if this is a repeat, but you know Bounty Hunter is becoming a regular 2-week break. We'll just have to wait and see, Scrunch. This is the second time we've run it. That seems to be the plan, but with Scope, there are no definites with Scopely, except that the unknown exists, and the unknown is intentional. So, don't have a better answer for you, sadly. I know that sucks, but I don't. Try to find one day. I'll try. I'll keep looking. Bounty Hunter's too much work? Again, it just depends on how much work you want to put into it. For me, I literally did nothing except auto grinding for my bounty hunter. So my bounty hunter is actually pretty nice. Like it's actually very nice for me. But again, I didn't put in the effort a lot of people did. So this is all free stuff for me. I didn't do all the armadas and everything. So for me, I got 122 combined rare gas. I'll take that. For me, literally doing nothing. If you put in a lot of effort though, not going to like it. If you spent hours and hours grinding out phase 3, if you spend hours doing armadas and burials and stuff like that, yeah, you're probably going to dislike it strongly. If you did like I did and you just half A-worded it and you just auto grinded the basics because you just got currency, you're going to be like, hey, free stuff. Free stuff. You put in max effort and you like the event store or Sapphire, you're like strongly in the minority. Like you are like literally a 1%er. And that's fine. I'm glad you like it. But so phase 3 was really, really easy if you had the Monavine. If this event comes back, people are going to really like it moving forward. I have the Monavine and it still wasn't very easy. It was easier, but I wouldn't use the word easy. But I guess it depends on what we call easy. I still see this as a mobile game, so anything that takes hours of work, and the Monavine still took a good amount of time. If you're talking about adding it in with your dailies and everything else, it's a lot, which is why I just autoed it. But for me, the event store is just, it's extra in Lanyard, but it's still not good because I get more from every day from my Bajoran faction than I do from doing 600 Erosion credits, right? So in my bounty store, if I put so that's my limit per day. If I put 600 into any of these, they still aren't giving me half of what the Bajoran store is giving me doing my daily turn-ins. Pierre, thank you so much. CHF. What is CHF? What is CHF? That's a Swiss franc. Oh, you're Swedish. You must play hockey. Good to see you. Thank you for supporting me and my family. I really do appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. Swiss franc. Why is it the Swiss franc and it's CHF? CH does not stand for Sweden. That is very confusing. Anyway, you did so many solo armadas. Upside, my alliance came in third, and I love that for you, Kata. And my alliance wanted to score better, and if they hear me talking about how I didn't do enough solos, they're probably going to come on and gripe at me. But yeah, I mean, the payouts for me are still low because if it's not even what I'm getting from doing my normal daily runs, then I'm not going to put in maximum effort for it. It just depends on where you're at. As a Swede, you're triggered. Oh, it's Switzerland. Oh, that makes more sense because Swede would be Swedish. Well, international incident coming. I mean, Sweden, Switzerland, they're both in the Alps. It's all the same thing. All the same thing. It's not Swedenland. Yeah, it's definitely Swedenland's what happens when Sweden finally invades Finland. Then it'll be Swedenland. There you go. It's Swedenland when they finally take over those dang Finnish. Sweden isn't close to the Alps. Oh, it absolutely is. Sweden is one of your Baltic states. They're part of the Balkan Empire. Yeah. You didn't know that? Now you did. You learned from an American. You learned from an American. Now you've succeeded in offending the Swiss and the Swedes? Oh, just wait. It gets even worse, Jetsia. Wait till I bring Norway into this. And wait till I bring Norway into it. All right. Anyway. Insulting the entire EU has the military equivalent of North Korea. So yeah, they're all a bunch of weak, bankrupt, poverty-stricken people who are obsessed with trains. So 55-year-old Americans. Just insult everybody. Why not? We're here. We might as well go for everybody. I know I'm not wrong though. That is true. Like Everybody has small militaries. Everybody's obsessed with the dang train networks. And every country's bankrupt. Isn't Canada just the 52nd state? Oh, no, we rejected Canada. No, we rejected Canada. We would probably let Puerto Rico in before we would let Canada in. Unsub. I love you, Mihai. Yeah, if y'all remember on, we actually did it on, let's see if I can find it real quick, because we're getting kind of to our wrap-up time. But y'all can still ask all your Star Trek Fleet questions. Let's see if I can find it real quick. We did on identify country. We did it on stream one night where we had to guess where, or I had to, you know, properly label where all the countries were. I think it was play geography. Was it play geography? No, it wasn't that. Crap. Trying to find the website that we had used. Oh, I think it was, yeah, it might have been GeoGuessr. Okay, so accept all cookies. So we actually did this on Twitch stream probably 2 or 3 months ago. If you ever get bored, we just test where your knowledge is. So like there's Bulgaria, Romania is right above it. I don't remember. Kosovo, there, maybe? Ah, I got it. Ireland. Wait. Yeah, that's Ireland. There's Norway. There's Switzerland. There's Czech. Iceland up there. Malta is this little island? Yeah, I got it. Monaco. Don't remember Monaco. We'll skip that one. Liechtenstein is this little thing right next to Switzerland. France. Poland. Luxembourg. Cyprus right there. Estonia is... Ooh, which one is Estonia? Got it! Woo! Yay, we nailed it. All right, North Macedonia would be... think that one? Ah, got it. Vatican City is right here next to Rome. Portugal is over here. Slovenia, in this jumbled mess of who remembers where the country is. Slovenia, it's like right in there. Skip for now. Hungary, right there. Yes, because that's Austria. Slovenia again. Stop it with the Slovenia. The Netherlands, right there. Lithuania is here. Spain, Slovakia. See, it's another one that's right here. You got all the things. Oh, no, actually, it's right there. That's easy. Italy. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Oh, skip. Moldova is that. San Marino is like a little city-state. I don't remember where that's at. Montenegro, don't remember. Andorra, I know, is between... That's right there. Austria is right there. Belgium. Albania. I don't know if people are even watching this. I'm just doing it for the fun of it now. I have no idea what chat is saying. Monaco, don't remember. Latvia is right here. There's Sweden. Russia. Skip. Greece. Denmark. Croatia. Now, that's a good one. Oh. Gosh. All right, we'll come back to all these. Albania is... that? Damn it, that's Montenegro. Is this one? Got it. Okay, I got it on my second guess. Belarus is there. UK. Finland. I can never remember these. I can never remember. Let me see. Slovenia. Croatia. I mean, I'm down to these. Ukraine. There's the easy one. Okay. Montenegro. There. Monaco. I don't know. Slovenia. It's one of these, obviously. Slovenia. Nope, that's Serbia. Nope, that's Bosnia. Nope, it's up there. Okay. That's Croatia. So I don't know any of these. I'm just going to click them. San Marino maybe is that little town. Nope, that's Monaco. So that means that's Monaco, and there's Croatia. All right, there we go. I would argue as an American, that is superior to what most Americans would do. I think that's better than most Americans in terms of naming Europe. So, in terms of naming Europe, I think I'm better than most Americans. Anyway, I'm just now seeing chat again, so apologies. Yeah. If you've ever wanted to do that for yourself, it's geoguesser.com. But the Baltics always throw me for a loop once you, well, technically, well, there's a long history of those countries having very different names, FYI. So, anyway, we get extra matrix diodes. They get passed out every arc, but no way beyond purchasing them. No. Half Americans can do their own state. Yeah, I'll nail the states one. This is not Ultimate DJ's channel. Rev knows his states. So, Rev knows the states. Where does one go to find your standings in STFC? That would be stfc.wtf. stfc.wtf. I need a European to do it with US states. I'm pretty sure GeoGuessr actually has here. So for those that don't know, they don't pay me to promote this. We just brought it up. You go to geoguesser.com and it is GeoGuessr without the E at the end. I'll just copy and paste the website. If y'all ever get bored and want to do it yourselves, here you go. Right there, GeoGuessr. You can see we got the US, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Oceania, world, and printables. So you can actually go do the US if you would like to. And you can say, hey, map games, the US states. That's just New England. State nicknames. I don't know anything. See, I wouldn't be able to do most of these. Like the nicknames of each state, I've got no idea. Where's just like the US? Oh, right here. US 50 states. Bam. So if you want to go out and do that, you absolutely can. There you go. What you got any chats before we wrap up? You don't like the subject? It makes you sad? It makes you sad? Like countries make you sad? Are you just an anarchist and the fact that we acknowledge political systems, it just angers you to your core? You just want pure anarchy? Is that what it is, Lentar? Is that what it is? Never understood the max ship stat bonus from crew. Can you summarize it? Sure. 500% bonus to my attack damage. 500% bonus to my mitigation. My primary mitigation stat. 500% bonus to hull. So your hull health. This increases hull health. This increases your primary mitigation stat. So if you're an interceptor, that would be dodge. And then 500% to your damage bonus. Did you play the guesser from the Street View one? I've never done it from the Street View, no. I don't know how well I would do in the Street View. I'll just be honest. I don't know how well I would do in Street View. So, it's got me wanting to do... I'm really wanting to do... I'm actually kind of doing it right now. Playing your GeoGuessr with US states right now. Gosh dang it. Y'all got me into this now. Georgia, Iowa is there? Yes. Arkansas, Indiana, that's Illinois. So Indiana, Maryland's gonna be right there. Connecticut. That thingy, isn't that Connecticut? I think that's Connecticut. It's Connecticut. California, the most overrated state in the world. New Jersey, Texas, Nebraska. Nebraska? Is that north and south? Nebraska. Okay. New York. New Mexico. Yes. All right. North Carolina. Why didn't you just give me South Carolina? Idaho. Rhode Island is like... That's not Rhode Island. That's Delaware. Where's really tiny? There it is. Rhode Island. Really small. Hawaii. South Carolina. Oh, so now these two I'll always mix up. New Hampshire and Vermont. I always mix it. So I know that these are New Hampshire and Vermont. I always mix up who is who. I think New Hampshire's on the left. Nope, Vermont's on the left. Bam. Failed it. So, already ruined. My perfect score is gone. Mississippi, Nevada, Oregon and Washington, Oregon, Massachusetts, Wyoming. Wyoming? Wyoming. No, that's Montana. Wyoming. Yeah, there we go. Wisconsin, Cheeseheads, all up here. Ohio, Florida, Oklahoma, North Dakota, Arizona, Alabama, Montana, Colorado, Louisiana, South Dakota, Vermont, Alaska, Minnesota, Delaware, West Virginia, Missouri, Illinois, Washington State, Utah. Oh, Michigan. They're a state. So besides me always flipping New Hampshire and Vermont, which always gets me. There you go. There you go. There's Rev doing the U.S. states. How'd you do with Africa? We did it on stream about 50%. So not very good. I think it was actually like 40%. So not very good. I am good with, I can score 70% or better with Asia, Europe, US, South America. Can't do the same with Africa. Anyway, we have gotten hella distracted. I hope y'all have enjoyed the show. We will be back live on Twitch in about 3 hours. I'll probably be playing some Baldur's Gate 3. If y'all want to come join us, Twitch is another free platform, but it's more focused on live streaming than YouTube is. So if y'all want to come join us, do that. Twitch.tv/RevDeuce. Why you know like? Because they won't let me have my poo-poos. We will see you tonight in a few hours. If y'all want to come join us, live long and plunder. Stay safe with our Space Cowboys. Deuce, that's me. If you have further Star Trek Fleet Command questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook or Discord. I will get to them promptly. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all more than I can ever say. And we'll see you hopefully tonight. I really would love for you to join me.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.